This is a kind of a weird one from last week that is getting a lot of traction across the mainstream media. San Diego Comic-Con rocked by a human trafficking sting. This was set up by multiple departments from the state of California over the last week, and it resulted in quite a bunch of arrests, which I was like, wow. I saw a lot of mainstream pros reacting to this just with like complete shock. But I don't know. If you've been to San Diego Comic-Con, you've probably seen some people trolling around in what maybe looks like a little more scantily clad than the average dress, just hanging at the bar. And, I mean, this stuff's out there, and there's a bunch of lonely geeks out there getting drunk after hours and frequenting stuff. You get 100,000 plus people. Of course, this sort of thing's going to be going on. This happens quite a bit. The convention scenes have a lot of degeneracy going on. That's what people don't like. Not everybody, of course. But there is that element of degeneracy to all these things, and I've seen a lot go down. I remember walking into a convention one time, and these gross people had like some weird like humiliation fetish or something going on. They were both like clad in complete leather. They walked down the escalator or whatever it was, and one of them was on all fours like they were a dog being held by a leash. They both were masked. And the one of them, was like a leather mask and like a leather thong on the one on the leash. The other one was completely in leather. And this is out in the open. This is out in the hotel, like in a convention. It was the Bay Area Science Fiction Convention. I'm sitting here like, science fiction? What's going on here? Why are my eyes forced to watch this? And of course, they're creepy looking people. Of course, if that wasn't creepy enough. And I just see the person like kick the person on all fours, like pull them by the leash, and a bunch of weird stuff going on for sure. We've read about different problems at the World Science Fiction Convention, dating back to the 60s, where Moira Grayland was, of course, taken and abused as a child by science fiction author Walter Breen and Marion Zimmer Bradley. Lots of weird stuff goes down at this stuff. And when you get large groups of people together, you got some drinking involved. You get some socially inept people involved too. You get some weird stuff, and that's exactly what's happening here. Now, seeing the stuff at Comic-Con, you kind of see it at the hotels for sure as you're passing by. And there's some ladies of the night around, and a lot of them are, and this is not what's known by a lot of people. Not a popular topic. People who do these kind of things, people who are in the pornography videos and all this stuff, are often enslaved. They are often human trafficked by pimps, by overseas slavers or whatever. And what they're told to do these things, and they're told they're going to be punished if they don't do them. They're told they're going to be able to like live their life if they do. And they're forced into these sort of quotas by these nasty men who are just wrecking these young girls' lives. It really is absolutely true. So this went down at Comic-Con over the weekend, and interesting news on this front. I did not go to Comic-Con this year, guys. I've been home with the family, and of course working hard on The Hidden Emperor, making a wonderful book myself. I'd love if you'd check this out. It is on Kickstarter. It's a wonderful science fiction graphic novel, a follow-up to my 2022 Overmind. And they're completely standalone stories. I believe in doing a complete full product in a graphic novel, not really leaving these things out there, because I don't want you to have to wait years to finish a story. And this one is about the Emperor of Humanity. He's been replaced by a clone. He's making bad decisions, the clone is, on behalf of the Imperium, and Ayla Rin has to kind of figure out what's going on and stop a plot from some evil separatists. So lots of fun, ray gun action, good heroism, good characters and world building. You'll absolutely love this. And Overmind is available on the campaign as well. If you did miss it, you can get the complete Ayla Rin adventures and support our channel, support our independent efforts in comics away from the mainstream media. Okay, so yes, the convention scene around fandom has always had shady situations involving them. When you get a large percentage of socially inept people in a space where there's drinking and money to spend, you're bound to run into problems. But now it's been rocked by a new scandal at California Comic-Con. According to the California Department of Justice Attorney General Rob Bonta, announced a sting at San Diego Comic-Con where police and other government agencies set honey traps for men looking to pay for sex at the convention. 14 different men were arrested as buyers, though the task force didn't mention any of the traffickers who had been brought to justice. This was a post that I saw from one of the police departments. Kind of interesting. Like I guess they just like set up cops posing as these women and then arrested them when they tried to buy their services or whatever. But where are the traffickers? Like the ones that are actually harming the young girls? Like, are they getting arrested too? I mean, maybe they just didn't mention anything in the announcement. Maybe they're using this information to try to get to them still. I want to see the arrest of the dudes who were really actually responsible for this, not the lame geeks so much. They said they rescued 10 young girls also, which is a good thing. Get them out of there. Hopefully they got them into witness protection program and the like. And this is what the Attorney General of California said. He said, unfortunately, sex traffickers capitalize on a large-scale events like San Diego Comic-Con to exploit their victims for profit. These arrests send clear messages to potential offenders that their criminal behavior will not be tolerated. We are grateful to all of our dedicated partners involved in San Diego Human Trafficking Task Force, whose collaboration has been invaluable. We take great pride in our office's commitment to uplifting vulnerable Californians by offering them assistance and guidance wherever it's needed most. Now, when you get into this, I mean, you've got the San Diego Police, you've got the San Diego Sheriff, you've got HSI involved, you've got NCIS involved. It's quite a big multi-department task force that was involved in this. And so they had a huge sting operation over the weekend. Like I said, they liberated 10 girls, which is a good thing. And one of them, very sadly, 16 years old, so a young child involved in this stuff. And I hope they get to safety. I hope they can get their lives righted, and I hope that they can get away from all these problems that have been caused for them, and that the men who are forcing them to do this stuff are brought to justice. That's what we really need at this juncture. So really sad and creepy news, really, for what's going on. Another thing hit Comic-Con over the weekend. I just have been seeing a bunch of posts about this. That looks like we had a COVID super spreader event. From what I'm hearing is 45% of the attendees have been exposed to COVID at the very least. A lot of people are saying they have it now. Jim Zub from Titan's Conan books was on his way to Gen Con after this, and says they're really not feeling well. And so sad stuff. Everybody's getting sick after the con. Happens. I mean, they call it con crud for a reason, where a lot of people usually get sick because you come into contact with so many people who knows what they've been doing. I mean, look at this. A lot of these guys don't regularly wash. A lot of shaking of hands involves, lots of coughing in enclosed spaces. It's just, it is what it is at conventions. So a lot of people got infected. Looks like some other people might have gotten infected with some other stuff. And craziness at the convention all the way around. Now, yes, thank you. We reported on this on Fandom Pulse today, so make sure to sign up for our Substack in the description below, where we always cover these sorts of topics. And make sure to also sign up for The Hidden Emperor, my graphic novel that's out on Kickstarter right now. I'd love for you to pop us over that $22,000 mark. Everybody gets a trading card who's a backer at that point, and I appreciate you for being there. Appreciate you supporting independent comics.